All right. Hi, friends. Hi, Colt. Go to sleep. Colt has a cold and he's being fussy. She messaged me beforehand. Okay, so we're gonna do wins. I love starting off with wins. So, Kayla, besides sleeping last night, give me a win for the last week.
I haven't done much with Plexus, but a win today from my doctor is I usually see her every 6 months, and she told me I didn't have to come back until a year.
That is so like I just can't even that's so good. That's so good. You're doing all the right things then.
Yeah,
We just
I'm
need
excited.
Now we need to get some more of your inflammation down. Next step.
Yes.
Meredith, can you talk real quick and share?
Yes. Nothing plexus related, but I competed in my first taekwondo tournament over the weekend and I got first place.
Boss lady, look at you. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Oh, thanks.
I'm impressed.
Uh, I'm trying to figure out a way to use it as a post. I haven't decided how I want to do it yet. So
It doesn't, it can just be I'm a badass. I'm all for that. Okay, so I feel like I have a lot of good wins from last week, and the week ended really good. But one of my biggest things is I broke my streak of not being able to sign anyone, and I signed 3 people last month. Well, technically 4, but one wasn't 100 PB. So I have 4 new people, which I'm very proud of myself for getting out of that. And this is also something. So when you start pushing and focusing on something, it might not be in that moment where it gets really good. It's more like when things are going really well, it's what were you doing before it started going really well. Okay. So I was hoping to sign it more than I did, but I'm just glad that I got my 3. But I had nobody to follow up with last month. My prospect list was like 2 names long. What? I want to call. Go. No, go.
Can we have an early dinner?
Go. So this month I'm going into the month with 20 people on my hot list. So I already know that I'm going to be signing up a lot more people this month because I've got this list to work off of. And it's because I worked hard to close out the month. So that's something of like, it's not happening right now. Give it a hot second and see what happens. Like for example, when I signed Joy in September and she didn't tell a soul until she called me in the middle of November and said, okay, I'm ready. So there was a month and a half between me getting her, and I even met her like almost a month prior to her signing. So the process of her signing and sharing was months long, right? So don't think like, hey, I met this person yesterday, they're going to sign up and tomorrow they're going to be gold. It doesn't usually work like that. So it's constantly like laying down the groundwork to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
No.
So that is my win and a coaching note for you. So a few things, we are going to be changing a couple things up a little bit. Because I am always trying to grow the community. I think you guys have kind of caught on to that. Like, what is the next step for having more involvement, more in community, that kind of stuff. So one thing we're going to be doing is kind of switching up our team call and adding in a community call. So every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock is going to be a community call. So literally anyone and everyone's invited. They don't have to be ordering Plexus yet, like prospects, customers, team members, whatever. Everyone's going to be invited on there. And I'm going to be trying to bring in guest speakers as much as possible as well. You guys could even be a guest speaker, but to talk about something that would be obviously health related. Some of them might just be sharing their plexus story. Some of them might be coming on to share some kind of health tip. Like yesterday I was talking to Elise, and Elise has done a little bit of research and has a knowledge base, a small knowledge base. She's working on expanding it onto how to fast, for how women should fast, kind of based off of our cycles and that kind of stuff. And so I was like, hey, that would be a great topic to share on. Just fasting in general. It doesn't even have to be the reset, but that can also give people a good tip to kind of tune into their body, and when is going to be the best time of the month for them to fast too. So that's going to be starting, and so that's going to be from 7 to 7:30. We're going to start it next week, and then 7:30 to 8 we're going to be doing the business call. And so we're going to go just right into it, which is a cool thing where it's going to be, hey, we're wrapping up the beauty call. Hi. If you want to stick around and learn a little bit more about earning money, we're going to be going right into our business call, our business training call. So that can open up the door to people that we don't even know want to share. And like, if you invite a prospect on and they want to stick around and learn about the money, cool. Awesome. Okay. So that's happening from 7 to 8 every Tuesday. The next thing is, Kayla, you're the only one I think I haven't talked to about this yet. We're looking at potentially moving the Powerhouse calls. I have 2 separate ones each week, from this time and Mondays at 8 to Tuesdays at 8. And trust me, I'm fully aware that that's an hour and a half of calls. But I also know that most of us aren't going to be able to be on the full hour and a half to begin with. And also this means instead of like call here and here and here and here and here, we pound it all out. And it's not on a Monday, because I know it's hard for people. Like Monday, we're just getting back into work. A lot of times I'm like, oh crap, that call's tonight. I haven't, Monday's the day where I'm just kind of getting back into work. I don't work a whole lot on Sunday or whatnot. So the thought is Tuesday, we're pounding out an hour and a half of calls. The 8 to 8:30 is going to be specifically for you guys, like half an hour of training. Kayla, your work schedule is kind of hit or miss with that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Would that probably, possibly, or absolutely not work?
I'd have to look at it, because I usually am at work from 6 to like 9
Okay. Every day.
on Tuesdays. Yes, Tuesdays, Thursdays, that's what my days look like.
Okay. Because I'm kind of playing around with some other ideas of what we can do for the training call, but that is kind of a thought. I do know, like, obviously this time works for you and Meredith, so I'm thinking about maybe giving the 2 options of keeping this time and doing the 8 o'clock. Just so, like, Tuesdays are just my big call days for you guys. That is potentially might happen too. I'm going to play around with my thought process on this. I will let you guys know.
Okay.
And then, so a week from it was a week from yesterday. So next Monday, we're starting the spring refresh. It's technically called April Showers for Health, I think. I'm totally just stealing some stuff. I'm calling it the refresh just because I really like that word. I don't like to use the word challenge. It is absolutely not too late to talk to people about it, invite people. We can still be having people order into the beginning of the challenge, because you technically don't need products to do it. And also when we talk about sharing the business or sharing Plexus and trying to get people started, we want to always have a sense of urgency behind it. And you don't want them to like necessarily feel like you're like, let's go. But they're most excited when they're first like, oh, what do you have? Tell me more about it. The longer we let them drag their feet, the less excited they're going to be. So if we can get them to order as quickly as possible, that's great. So the cool thing about this challenge is, hey, we need to get your order in so you can participate. Hey, we're doing the reset. You need your reset, that kind of thing. So like, it just puts a little bit of fire behind the long drawn out process that can sometimes end up happening. So all of your prospects, this is a great time. I definitely prefer not to make it a transactional thing, but this is definitely a way where you can reach out to them and say, hey, sorry, my child like let all my ducks out. All of a sudden my ducks are all running through the yard. So we have this refresh happening. It's going to be super fun. It's going to help you with your results. Free bottle of ease. Like, also make sure they know that if they get started this month, they'll get a free bottle of ease. And I always relate the free product to their health goals. Okay. So if they're not dealing, if you don't know that they have pain and inflammation, don't say, hey, this is great for reducing pain and inflammation, because they're gonna be like, okay, well, I really just want to drop 10 pounds, but whatever. You're gonna say, this is going to help you on your weight loss journey, because it can. That's what inflammation, weight, inflammation, hand in hand. If they have digestion issues, ease is great for helping reducing that. If they have any kind of health issue, like ease is great. I'm super excited. It's the product of the month because I love ease and I try and sell to everyone. So we get to this month for free. Also, you can tell them it's a free, I'm like, hey, you're going to get this free $40 product. It's going to help with your blah, 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 whatever their health goals are. Okay. So that's kind of how I drop it. And like, you're really showing them the value of what they're getting, because it's valued over $40, right? The retail price is probably like $45+ because it's $37 wholesale. So that is kind of like some follow-up. We want to get as many people into the refresh as possible. This is also getting people to stick around. You want people to be part of our community, because that's why they're going to stay. They start with ordering a product, they stick around for the community, right? And the more involved with the community they are, the more likely they are to share and to keep sharing. So that's also why I don't care what their goals are or anything, they should be getting plugged into this challenge. If you haven't heard, I'm posting everything in the health and happiness community, but there's a chat. So the chat is where I'm going to like grab the links, pop the links in so they can go see the posts. So people are going to be exposed regardless if they're like in the group or not. But the chat is going to just help build a little bit more community accountability, and we can, blow that up. I don't want to blow it up too much. I'll let them know that they can mute the chat, but that's just going to make sure they actually see the posts, they're involved, they're doing all of the things, because Facebook posts just get lost. So, that is what's happening there. Do you guys have any questions on anything? Nope. Okay. And then kind of some tasks, beginning of the month, right? It's April 4th. It's 4/4. I just had, tea. I guess I had tea with, Elise, and she wrote down the date and she's like, it's a fun date, 4/4. And then I was like, it'll be even better next year when it's 4/4/24. But the beginning of the month, some things that, and this is going to be part of your homework, we want to do is refresh our list. So like I told you, I have 20 people on my hot list, people that have said, tell me more about Plexus. I'm interested, that kind of thing. So you want to refresh that. And then you want to refresh your like relationship building list. Okay. Your prospecting list. That like I went through and there was a few names where I'm like, I'm done talking with this person, cross their name out. There's a few people that I'm like, oh, they want to hear more about Plexus, so move them over. So we want to refresh all of that, and we need to make sure that you guys should have at least 20 people set for the month now that you're going to be wanting to talk to this month and relationship build more or whatever. Like if you're already relationship build, then they're still on there as a prospect of like, you're going to talk to them about Plexus this month. As someone like you guys have both hit senior silver, we're looking at growing into gold, that kind of stuff. We need at least 20 people on that list. So that's kind of the beginning of the month. I refresh all of those, and that's what you need to be doing too. Nice, clean, fresh list. And then also your map. What is your goal? How are you going to get to your goal? That's what the whole map is about. And while the maps never play out like you write them, something I love, so I have mine right here. I put it up on my wall next to my desk so I can look at it every day. And it helps when I sit down to work and like, okay, who are my builders and who do I need to check in on? Hey, I haven't heard from Elise in a while. I'm going to shoot her a message and see how it's going. How can I help support her? What kind of event do we need to run? Do I need to help her through a conversation with a person? So that's like, it gives me follow-ups for certain people, but also like, hey, who do I have in mind that's going silver this month? What's in it for them? Why would they want to go silver? Have I talked to them about their family? Have I asked them to post yet? Those kinds of things. So this is kind of like my list. So I'm not like going through the back office and digging for hours. I'm just like, it's right up in front of me. Next. So it saves time also. And then I also am always adding to it as people are signing up through the month. I'm like, ooh, that's another potential silver. Write their name down. So having it in plain sight is going to help you guys of just like working towards those goals. And don't think like, hey, I've gone to this person 500 million times and I'm not getting anywhere with them. How else can you talk to them? What is the next thing? Like right now, I messaged one of Amanda's girls. She told me that she stopped taking her multivitamin while she was sick, and I know she's taking a crap multivitamin. So I was like, oh, is that X Factor? I know it's not. And I'm like, is that methylated? Is that a capsule? Like I'm digging in, and I'm going to explain to her basically why what she's taking is garbage. But just doing like little things like that of getting them, like if we can get her to add one more product and get more results, like that's just going to build her that much more. She's also selling crap products. So I'm working on getting her to sell Plexus instead. Always working, guys. So that is going to be part of your homework is your map and then refreshing your list and inviting people into the refresh. So everyone's goal is to get 3 people in that challenge. Okay. That's like the big thing. Oh, also with the Powerhouse group, there is now a stipulation where you have to do your homework and you have to post it in the group or you will not be getting the link to the call. This is starting this week. So you have to do your map, you have to refresh your list, and you have to get your 3 people or you're not going to be on the call next week. Okay. And I want you to drop the picture of your map, the picture of your prospects, and say, hey, I got my 3 in that group specifically. And if for some reason you're having like, you need help with any of it, you're struggling to get your 3 people, let me know. But you guys both have 3 people ordering products. You can get 3 people to join the group. Okay. And it is a no purchase necessary. I just reached out to a woman who's ordered products before and has fallen off. And I was like, hey, I know you were kind of interested in the reset. We're doing it during this, but if you don't want to do the reset, you can still just come and do it with us. So I threw it out there because I want her to be more exposed to the reset and the results people are getting because I want her to order again. Right? So that's something too, like, Rachel, is that who just fell off? I would like, hey, you already got the products. Why don't we use them? Get in this group. It's going to help you with some support, some accountability, simple lifestyle stuff. It'll be great for you. So if we can get her using them, it'll help. I am on a call.
Don't let Huckleberry out.
Okay, go, please. The same color it always is. It's pink. Go, please. Sophia. JD just goes, what color's my tongue? I'm like, pink.
I do know with
Go ahead.
I do know with Rachel, I've asked her what I could do to help support her so she stays on track and consistent. And she's never ever answered me on the few times that I have asked her. And then I asked if I can add her to this group, and she just said no. So I did ask her.
She's just stuck in her ways.
Yeah.
Is she in the health and happiness community group? Is that the group?
I want to say that I invited her. I'm not sure if she accepted it.
Okay.
Ouch.
You just gotta like, okay. If that's what you want, if you want to be stuck in your ways, okay. Okay, if you guys have any other questions? Comments, concerns, snide remarks?
Would you like a puppy for a week?
I got super blessed. Ours is so chill.
She's usually like calm, but she has been on one since I took her in and got the IV for dehydration, and now
Yeah.
she's just like bouncing off the walls, like she's up and active.
Well, that means she's feeling better, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your goal, Kayla?
Definitely reaching out more. I gotta figure out timing with this little one. That's my homework, is finding the right time to do it. So I want to bring on at least a few more and
Yes.
reach out to a lot more people.
Yes. Okay, it needs to be like measurable, specific. Girlfriend, not right now. I'm on the phone. You need to shut the door and go, please. What did I just say? So a little more specific on that of like, yeah, I know you got to figure out the puppy situation, but you want to bring on more people. How many is that?
At least
People.
3, and then I want to get Savannah to share, because I've been working on her with trying to share, but she hasn't replied. And I know she's getting great results from it all. She hasn't had a Red Bull since she started, and she was addicted to them.
That's awesome. Have you seen that reel? What is it? Have you ever had a Red Bull? I never had a Red Bull, and I had a Red Bull last night. What is it? Something I don't know. It's really funny, but the guy is like talking like 100 miles an hour. Have you ever had a Red Bull? I never had a Red Bull, but I had a Red Bull last night. I
don't think
actually
I've seen it.
recorded it. I still need to do it. I'll have to send it to you once I actually post it. It's really funny.
So I know she's having like amazing results with it. It's just finding the time to post.
Yeah.
Because as she says, she has no time.
So have you sent her a post?
No.
Okay, that's what I would do. And be like, girlfriend, I know you're busy. I typed this up. How's this look?
Well, I did tell her too, like if she's unable to like comment and have people, she can just tell them to reach out to me as well, because I know that she manages the restaurant, so she is busy.
Right. I would have her put you in a 3-way chat with that, like specifically, because you want her to somehow still be able to see it and be somewhat involved. So that's
Okay.
what I would do. And so then I would also be like, so who are you talking to? Who's come to mind? And then give her okay, like this is how you make the 3-way chat, or this is how you introduce me, or this is the message you're gonna send. So you're gonna have to spoon feed her.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Okay.
And Jessica, hopefully we can get at least her one person.
Yes.
Amy? Was it Amy?
I think it was Amy. Or is she the one that left the chat?
I don't know. That was weird.
It's like, oh yeah, I didn't really miss much.
No, it was Amy. No, you didn't miss anything at all. Nothing at all. She wanted more information. Okay, so she can get more information doing this. No, she doesn't want to. Okay, so she doesn't want more information. She also didn't ask for more information, so there's that. People are funny. Okay, so 3 people. You're sponsoring 3 people, and you're gonna get at least 1 silver. Is that where we're going?
Yes.
Good. So, Meredith, we'll work on you. Did we set a time for a call? We said Thursday, right?
Ow.
She can't do it. That's okay. I don't think we set a time. I don't have anything. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna